was emergency, Super Bowl Sunday. It's in a hard lockout, no heat, it's 9 degrees out. No idea why. They have fuel. I did a cleaning 2 months ago, back at AFG on a Olson. No, thermoflow, my bad. First thing I check, flip open the drawer assembly, CAD cell out, it's clear, it's clean. And then I'm gonna pull out the drawer assembly. I wanna see what that looks like. That'll give me an indication of what's happening. The reason why I'm jumping right to this is because this is a intermittent lockout. It's not something that's happening all the time. It happened once a week ago. He reset it and it ran fine. And now it just happened again a week later. I would start also by priming the fuel to see what that looks like. But I want to cut right to the chase and not do anything until I see this. All right, first thing I see is a lot of wetness on that. See that oil on the back behind the nozzle? See how wet that is? So you know what that tells me? We have plenty of fuel, excess fuel. And so that tells me that ignition most likely could be failing and dropping out. When you have that much extra fuel, it's just been spraying and not lighting. So when you pull this out and look at it, you get an immediate idea of what's happening.
I suppose I do anyway, because I've done this all.
So I wiped it off. I will put another nozzle in it since I'm here, 6580B, and put in a new igniter, but I'm going to put it back together first before I do anything and just do a double check on it and see if I can't get it to mock the same situation. And the thing about these electronic igniters is that they usually work or they don't work. So we're going to find that out regardless, but typically what I believe happens is that they run for a while, they're getting hot, they're getting weak, they're getting old, and then they stop coming on when it's demanded of it. I always step back because if there's excess fuel in there.
You want to crank up that thermostat?
So you have combustion fan motor. That's the first thing, 15 seconds of that. Valve on delay. That's counting down. And that's going to start. Right, of course it does. That's what that igniter. It's not like your old transformers that die slow and that get weak over time. This thing, yeah, they may weaken, but they're electronic and they work or they don't. And once that clicks, that drops out after ignition is established, after the valve opens up and ignition is established, that eventually drops out 2 seconds later. But yeah, that's flowing nice, clear oil. Thanks for joining oil burner class. So I did draw a spark across that igniter, tiny little spark. To me, that confirms the situation since fuel looks clean, looks clear, everything seems to be working good. I could put a pump pressure gauge on that pump just as test, and I'll do that too before I fire it back off. Brand new igniter, very simple. Replace this, slap that in, that pulls out this way and gets pushed back in that locking mechanism, and then just 2 wires that plug into the back of the primary control. So there's that. Make sure there's some slack in the wires, and then make sure that's adjusted kind of where it was. That lit off nice. I heard it lit off really fast, really quiet. Pump pressure is to be set at 100. This one is just a little bit higher. Could be my gauge. Good ohms. And I always replace the nozzle if it's only been a month to 2 months or 3 months, whatever. Just, pretty recent service, just for good measure. Flame looks good. All right, so I'll drop that down a little bit. On this one, this is the pump outlet side here, and then the nozzle line side here. Right here. We'll turn it counterclockwise. See we're about 1. I don't believe that affected the flame really at all. I'm not touching the air on that one. All of that burn off's normal when you have that gauge hooked up. Which is an intermittent issue, and they're difficult to find sometimes. Looking good to me. There we go, all done. This was one of my go-to brands. It has been for a while. One of them. So this, Thermoflow, Thermal Pride, and then the Conforto, Grand V Conforto, if you've ever heard of that. That's a good furnace.